This is a very quick update. I had a chat last night with Paul from Esoteric Explorer and with Hugh Evans. He came on and asked me a few questions as well. But this is, so yeah, look out for that next week. And hopefully I've made it somewhat coherent. I was trying to cherry pick all the nuggets and tie them together, so we'll see how it went. But I'm definitely trying to get better at this and presenting it to you guys in a way that's really digestible. So the quick update for today is that I've been talking about this fretboard, right? And the 630mm string length. So this divine string length, and that when we use it and we divide it up into the 12th chromatic scale with using the 12th root of 2, and that breaks up our frets in the perfect spots that they've got to go in. So they, it gets smaller and smaller as it goes down. There's a ratio. The 12th root of 2, which is 0.944, which turns out to be Venus's Synodic period. She's the goddess of beauty and music, so it all makes sense. But we're just going to keep it a quick update. So I'd already looked at one thing, which was the D column, of course, the D note. And we've got the equatorial diameter of Earth in kilometres here. We usually see it in the miles, which is 7920, but here it is in the kilometres. So what I've done, as we've shown with the fretboard, where we can pick a fret, so we can pick the note of A on the 5th fret, we can pick the note of D on the 10th fret or the 22nd fret. With a 24 fretted instrument, you can play 2 octaves or 2 notes of the same note on a 24 fretted instrument. So what we're going to get to is, I'd already checked this one, but I hadn't checked all the rest. And this morning I had a look and checked the others, thinking, hang on, I haven't checked the others for this particular thing. I should check. So I checked, and of course, it does exactly what this does. So I've checked the D column already, and I've shown you guys, so I'll quickly give it a recap. The equatorial diameter of Earth in kilometres, and I went to the 22nd fret, and I picked the measurement from the bridge to the fret, okay, to the 22nd fret. And it's 176.8 millimetres from the bridge up to the 22nd fret. And we divide the equatorial diameters by that fret distance, and we get 72.1. Now this 22nd fret is the note of D. So, and the note of D is 72 hertz, or 144 hertz, or 288 hertz, doubling. So this is just, to me already, it was unbelievable that we've got equatorial diameter of Earth in kilometres, and we've just taken the 22nd fret distance and divided into the equatorial diameter, and we actually get the note of D. I mean, that shouldn't happen, that's really shouldn't happen. This is an anomaly, it's if this fretboard discovery was, rubbish, something like this would be completely impossible or wouldn't work out this perfectly. So I checked this one fret, I checked 22nd fret, which I knew was the D note, and I knew D had already come up with so many things. Equatorial diameter again, so 144 times 55 is the equatorial diameter of Earth, 7920. So I knew about these things already. So I just checked D because I knew it was reliable, but I hadn't had the time really to check the other ones. So then I went to, this is the 22nd fret of D, equatorial diameter of Earth. Then I chose, say, fret 5 and the note of A on fret 15. Sorry, fret 17, sorry. So, because there's a lot of, as you can see here, that's the fretboard, right? You got from the measurements from the bridge, measurements from the nut, and in the middle there you've got the width of the fret itself too. So, measuring from the bridge, measuring from the nut, and the width. So there's a lot of numbers there. So what I did is I chose the first one that I looked at, which we've already seen, is the 22nd fret. So then we take the note of A, and it's played on the 5th fret and the 17th fret. We grab those measures that are measured from the bridge to those frets, fret 5 and fret 17, remembering that it's the note of A, and we divide that into the equatorial diameter of Earth in kilometres, because we want to see if we're going to get the actual note itself in the hertz frequency by dividing the equatorial diameter of Earth by that fret measured from the bridge. And let's see. Equatorial diameter, 12,756, divided by the 5th fret's position at 472 millimetres from the bridge. And yep, what do we get? We get 27. 27 is the note of A. So equatorial diameter in kilometres, 12,576. divided by the 5th fret at 472, which is measured from the bridge, and we get the note of A. We get 27, and the note of A is 27 Hertz. The next position to play A is the 17th fret. It's 236 millimeters from the bridge. We divide that into the equatorial diameter of Earth in kilometers, and we get 54, the note of A. Let's give you one more for good measure. Let's take the trusty old note of G. G is played on the 3rd fret and on the 15th fret. Let's divide 12,576 by the 3rd fret, 529.8 millimeters, which is where it is on the bridge, and we get 24 Hertz. We've taken the equatorial diameter of Earth and divided it by the G, where it's played, 3rd fret or 15th fret, and we get both 24 and 48, which are both the Hertz frequencies of the note of G. This to me is already mind-melting, but we're going to leave you with one more little thing. When we take the perimeter of the Great Pyramid at 3,024 feet, and we apply our fretboard again, but this time we use the width of the fret. Let's take the note of A at the 5th fret. The width of the 5th fret is 28 millimeters. Now let's see what happens when we take the 28 millimeters and we divide it into the perimeter of the Great Pyramid. Answer, 108, which is the note of A. 108 Hertz. That was the note of A on the 5th fret. What if we take the note of A on the 17th fret? The width of the 17th fret is 14 millimeters. Taking A at the 17th fret, 14 millimeters wide, and dividing it into the base of the Great Pyramid, 3,024, we get 216, which is the note of A. So in summary, we've been taking the width, for example, of the fret that corresponds to the note, dividing it into the base of the Great Pyramid, and getting the corresponding Hertz frequency of that note. We'll do one more to finish off with. We'll take D at the 10th fret, it's 21 millimeters wide. And once more we'll take our 3,024 feet and divide it by fret 10, 21 millimeters width, and the note of D, and we get 144, the Hertz frequency of the note of D on the 10th fret. When they've said in the past that the universe and the Earth is a stringed instrument, I think they were onto something. What do you think?